contrast faunal diversity to an extensive mix of rich culture and modern class, Kenya has conquered it all. The country is blessed with blissful resources that may think one to wonder if it is really the Garden of Eden. Kenya, the name is almost synonymously with the word safari. Few places in the world conjure an adventure of both romance and diversity. From the open plains of the savannah, seeing one of the wonders of the world, the great wild beast migration, to below sea levels and above chilly sea levels, here are just a few of what the magical East African country has to offer. Lamu Island. The small island of Lamu, northeast of Mombasa, oozes old world charm. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Lamu Old Town is Kenya's oldest continually inhabited settlement, with origins dating back to the 12th century. Strolling the labyrinthine streets is one of the top things to do here. You can see the island's rich trading history reflected in the buildings. Architectural features from the Arab world, Europe, and India are evident, yet with a discernible Swahili technique. Intricately carved wooden doors, coral stone buildings, hidden courtyards, verandas, and rooftop patios are common features. Sightseeing here is like stepping back in time. Dhows plow the harbor, few if any motorized vehicles exist here, and donkeys still rule the streets as they have done for centuries. Most of Lamu's population have stuck to the old traditional way, keeping life simple, and both men and women dress in traditional attire. Top attractions on the island include Lamu Museum, with displays on Swahili culture and the region's nautical history, Lamu Fort, and the Donkey Sanctuary. If all the history is a little too much, you can bask on one of the island's white sand beaches or sip Arabic coffee in a local cafe. The Lamu archipelago is now home to some lavishly luxurious accommodation in stunning settings. Hell's Gate National Park. Named for the intense geothermal activity within its boundaries, the Hell's Gate National Park is a remarkable quarter of the Great Rift Valley. Spectacular scenery including the towering cliffs, water-gouged gorges, stark rock towers, scrub-clad volcanoes and belching plumes of geothermal steam make it one of the most atmospheric parks in Africa. Hell's Gate is an ideal venue for a day trip from Nairobi where, in addition to the biodiversity that includes raptors, visitors can enjoy mountain biking, rock climbing and a natural spa. Deep gorges twist and turn, cutting into rock that witnessed humanity take its first steps. Extinct volcanoes, though still standing tall against the African sky, had been whittled down by the passing of time. The sense of timelessness is heightened by the acrid smell of sulfur piercing the air, hot, bubbling springs finally giving up age-old gases. As one of Africa's smallest national parks, Hell's Gate harks back to the prehistoric. Measuring just 26 square miles, it provides visitors with the opportunity to experience an area of profound geological interest, and immerse themselves in the distant past. Some of the geological features are, Hell's Gate Gorge. Hell's Gate Gorge snakes through the center of the park, a tributary to an ancient lake that once existed. Visitors can explore the curving walls of the gorge with a guide, and experience the aptly named sections, the Devil's Sitting Room, Hell's Clinic, and the Devil's Mouth. There are several small waterfalls, both cold and hot, as well as stunning, multicolored rock strata and formations. You might even recognize some of the locations. They've been included in productions such as Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, and inspired others such as The Lion King. Maasai Mara National Reserve. Game viewing in the Maasai Mara is excellent all year round thanks to its varied landscapes, wide open spaces, temperate climate and diverse population of resident game. Its champagne-colored savannas are home to safari heavyweights like lion, leopard, elephant and buffalo, plus popular species like zebra, giraffe, hyena, eland and gazelle. Rhino sightings are scarce, but these endangered animals can be spotted, if you're in luck, in the Mara Triangle. The cheetah often seek vantage points on fallen trees, termite mounds, and even game drive vehicles. It's a highlight of any Maasai Mara safari to watch the world's fastest land mammal chase down its prey. Rich resident wildlife, temperate climate, diverse landscapes and wide open spaces make it a terrific year-round safari destination. From about August to November, one of nature's greatest spectacles reaches the Maasai Mara. The sheer number of wildebeest arriving in the area is staggering. The herds are so big they can be observed from space. The wildebeest migration is a dramatic mass movement of almost 2 million wildebeest, zebra and gazelle in a seasonal annual cycle driven by rainfall. To reach the Mara's fresh grazing from Tanzania's Serengeti National Park, the wildebeest must make dramatic river crossings, facing enormous crocodiles that lie in wait. You can combine thrilling land-based game viewing in 4x4 vehicles with Maasai-guided nature walks, and crown your Maasai Mara safari with an unsurpassable hot air balloon experience. The best flight paths follow the course of the Mara River, allowing you to peek down into the forests, float past vultures' nests and observe the early morning routines of boisterous hippos. After touching down onto the plains, you'll be treated with a delicious bush breakfast with champagne. Nairobi National Park. Nairobi National Park is located just south of central Kenya, right next to and within the Nairobi city region. Travelers landing at the Nairobi airport can literally see the park and potential wildlife as they fly over and land at the airport. There is nowhere else in the world where such a collection of wilderness and wildlife sits so adjacently to a major city. Only 4 miles separate the center of the city from the wildlife in the reserve. The national park encompasses an area of 117 square kilometers and was the first national park established in Kenya. The park at the heart of the city is quite diverse in habitats. The majority of the habitats are dominated by open plains, grasslands and scattered acacia trees. Other parts of the park include a highland forest, rocky gorges, broken bush company, and riverine forest. The varied habitats bring a variety of mammals and bird species. The city patrons and national park wildlife are literal neighbors, almost habituating in the same space. There is an electric fence that separates the city area with the national park wilderness area. Mount Kenya. Scaling Mount Kenya, the country's highest and the continent's second highest mountain, is on the bucket list of many adventurers. The jagged summit peaks, sharp cliffs, and snow-capped crags can be seen on the northern road from Nairobi when the mountain is not shrouded in clouds. The breathtaking scenery offers pristine wilderness with glaciers, lakes, tarns, dense forests, mineral springs and wildlife. Hiking this monster usually takes from 3 to 7 days, depending on fitness levels. Of the different possible routes up, the popular Chogoria route passes through lush green pastures and by icy blue lakes, crossing dusty Martian landscapes along the way. On your way up you get to experience different scenery and atmosphere as you go higher and higher. The highest point hikers can reach without specialized climbing equipment is Linana, more than 16,000 feet above sea level. In addition to that, there are diverse wildlife at the foot of the mountain in a conservation park area. Some of the wildlife in the Mount Kenya National Park include elephants, tree hyrax, white-tailed mongoose, suni, black-fronted duiker, mole rat, bushbucks, water buck and elands. Animals rarely seen include leopard, bongo and giant forest hawk.
That's sweet. Yeah,